course here. He's going to inspect his vehicle, and yeah, I'd have to assume so. Lontaine, is that correct? I mean, you know, Vaughn went through the course, but I would have to assume Vaughn's at fault here. So Pollock would be able to look at his car, and then Vaughn would have to call a comp timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been deemed that Gittin was at fault for that. Justin was doing what he was supposed to do through that part of the track. Vaughn just was being aggressive, as we expect everybody to be in the chase position, and got himself inside and tapped in an area where he was probably at a pretty high degree of angle with his front wheels, and it just snapped probably the tie rod there and got him into a situation where he wasn't able to steer himself away from the wall. You can see, like you said, that front right was cranked all the way to the left trying to get himself back on track, but just wouldn't help. So
in terms of the way that you guys would be judging it, you know, you're getting, as we mentioned in the field call, you're judging it as you see it. This was less severe than Field and Oswell in terms of Oswell's fault going off course, more extreme. This was definitely contact there, but did it really have will it have much of an impact on your judging call?
In my eyes, it will not, because he completed the course with angle. Whatever occurred was past that due to the breakage of that suspension. So not really anything that's going to have any consequence on the judging of Vaughn's performance in that case. He did a great job. He stayed nice and close and did a good job all the way through the finish. That was just an issue that occurred afterwards.
All right, we got the teams, the respective teams. We got Vaughn's, Vaughn's spotter, and then you got JTP spotter, and you got Ryan's stupid smile.
we got Ryan on lock off.
Yeah,
getting the real inside.
We're getting all Lontaine 24 hours a day. All right, so as we get Vaughn's vehicle, of course, the rep Nickel caught up with the Polish driver, Peter Vincent, the Candyman.
Peter Vincent is moving forward, and we see that smile, which we love. And Peter, the sun is dropping. The weather conditions out here are affecting you guys a little bit. Talk about what you're experiencing.
Yes, in my case, last time when we was driving, it was like the beginning
Coming up with Falcon tires. Get that Falcon tires you want to build. The Gum Out Toyota Racing Toyota 86. If you haven't watched any of the Blackout Garage episodes featuring Ryan Turk, Chris Forsberg, I encourage you to do so. You've obviously seen all the commercials here during our live stream. Dai Yoshihara, he is Diet Slide or Die, the chronicles of his life and travels. Father, husband, scholar, true G. Always won the best dressed award at the banquet. Turn 14 distribution Falcon tires, Subaru BRZ. This is the one more time battle. Junior, his team working on it. Ryan Turk given ample room here for Dai Yoshihara. And that turbocharged LS under the hood of Dai's vehicle. The 2JZ under the hood of Turk's 86. Turk's 86 coming into the power alley. Dai Yoshihara gained some ground. Into that second outer zone goes Yoshihara and Turk. And bring it on home.
Very similar there. Maybe Dye had a little bit more proximity towards the latter part of the bank, but you can see Turk is making up good ground here. It's pretty close to Dye. I mean, very similar, maybe the same there. Dye hits that touch and go really well. Wraps around to this first inside clip. You can see Turk doesn't take out the cone, doesn't hit it. Very smooth run by both drivers. So we've got ourselves the battle done, and now for the judges' verdict. Already won one more time battle. Another close one here. And Jared, there's the clock.
Yeah, there's the clock.
Junior, 2 minutes and 3 seconds and counting.
All right, 2-minute warning there for Vaughn Gittin Jr.
I know, but that's so lucky.
All right, we already have 5 drivers and potentially 6 here. Look at that. 144 left. Man, those guys are still, I mean, must have done some pretty good damage there. Dioshar, Ryan Turk, slide him left for Dye, slide him right for Ryan Turk. And here we go. Ryan says, Ryan, Andy, and Brian, it's unanimous. Ryan Turk gets the victory and moves on. He'll be going against Christoph Blush in the Great 8. All right, so look at the clock is ticking. Ryan, I don't know if Vaughn's gonna, looks like the hood getting buttoned up. Could see Dean down there working on Vaughn's vehicle. Just about a minute. Seen Rob throw the hood on. Jess and the team. Right, I don't know if it's going to make it. We got to get the wheel on.
Yeah, we got to get the wheel on. Looks like they're still working on some of the componentry there in the suspension.
Dang.
I can't tell if the body language is saying we're giving up or what's going on here, but
yeah. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down.
We're staying with this, right?
Might get rickrolled here. All right, so Vaughn, the clock is ticking. I did it for the gram. I did it for the gram right there. So Vaughn sitting in the cockpit there, waiting patiently, and I think that's going to be all she wrote, Ryan.
Yeah,
let's take a look at the clock. Yeah, that's. Oh man, what a bummer. Gutted.
He's gonna need the Graham glob after this.
6, 5,
Gonna need that
4,
glob.
3, 2, and 1. So that's it. That's all she wrote for Vaughn. Tools down. Kevin Wells. What a bummer.
Valiant effort by the team.
Well, congratulations still goes out to the Gittins. They are celebrating. They're going to have a baby boy, VG3, coming later this year. Sounds like I'm promoting a movie here. VG3 coming out later this year. Congratulations to Abby and Vaughn, but unfortunately, as far as competition goes, JTP will be getting the victory. We'll make that official here in a little bit. Right?
Yeah, and well, if you're going to go out, you might as well go out charging, and that's exactly what he did. So you can't hold that one against him, and you got to feel good about his competition.
All right, so this is the last battle of top 16.
That's what it takes to be monster.
Bakshis. High on the bank, nice job by him. Kaufman. Sticking it close to him, transitions into that second outer zone. All the way out there, I'd like to see him closer. Odie Bakshis, whoa, wide swing by Odie and Kaufman. Man, you see Odie looked like he was going to go off course, but he really held tough.
Well, we've seen Kaufman have some success here. Almost got a podium a few years back. Odie Bakshis fighting for a championship a few years back. This was a pinnacle event for him. And you can see mid-high line for Odie on the bank. Some surging, some pulling back here for Matt Kaufman coming through the smoke line there. Charging on the inside as Odie gets back on the throttle. Now let's watch this transition by Odie as he goes real wide there. Puts an angle the car to not go off course. And Kaufman following the line does just about the same thing.
Excuse me.
And now let's switch things up here in our last battle in the top 16.
All right, so let's alternate the order. Put him in a Kaufman. And Odie will now chase down Matt Kaufman. All right, so Kaufman will lead, and Odie will give chase. The winner of this battle will be going against JTP Justin Pollock, who just defeated Vaughn Gittin Jr. Unfortunately, Vaughn took himself out with that contact after the finish line. So here we go. Who's going to advance on, Kaufman or Bakshi's? Kaufman initiating that Ford V8 powered 240SX. Nice angle there from Kaufman. Really high on the bank and massive angle coming into the power out, into the touch and go. Odie shoots out of that Achilles tire smoke of Matt Kaufman. Knocking over the front clip is Odie, and Kaufman crossing the finish line. A solid lead run there by Matt Kaufman.
Very impressive, one of the better runs that we've seen up on the bank from Matt Kaufman. Just a very aggressive flick right into the upper side of the bank, and then watch the rear bumper. He's basically dragging it on the wall. Now coming off, trying to find his line down into the power alley as Odie comes through the smoke line. He charges close to the door here, but Kaufman keeps it tight on that inside clip. Now Odie, nice job right there, moving that front bumper right around with great timing. And man, every battle in the top 16 so far has been very exciting, and this one all the same. And let's see if the judges have seen enough for a verdict. As we take a look here, Jared, at the side-by-side, with already some of the scoring in. Here you can see Kaufman on the right in the lead, Odie in the lead on the left. Kaufman maybe a little bit better job on the big bank. Odie hitting that touch and go, as well as Kaufman. Kaufman diving in. Odie, same thing. Real interesting battle here. Odie really keeping the pressure on that latter part of the course. So very close run here.
All right, so waiting for the judges. As, again, Odie Bakshi's a real contender in the championship. Matt Kaufman, we saw him do really well here. Was it last year? I'm trying to remember when, but here we go. Slide him left for Kaufman, right for Odie Bakshi's. Our final battle, the top 16. Again, left for Kaufman, right for Bakshi's. Ryan says Matt Kaufman. Andy says one more time. And Brian says Matt Kaufman gets the win, taking out Odie Bakshi's. Hi, Lantain. Let's talk Kaufman taking out Odie.
Yeah, I thought Kaufman did a much better job on outside zone 1 and did a better job in the infield as well. If you watched Odie's line from inside clip 1 through inside clip 2 to finish, he rotated way too late at inside clip 2. Almost went off course, like you guys said. He had to stall up a lot there, throwing a lot of angle, and he almost went off. But it came down to really the outside zone 1. The major difference for me, Kaufman was a lot higher, and he also had better proximity when he was chasing Odie in the chase position there. He was mimicking his line better, and I felt he did a better job there as well. So I felt he did slightly better in the lead, slightly better in the chase, gave him the overall win.
All right, so there you have it from the judges. So we will see JTP take the second half of this run. Sans Vaughn Gittin Jr. So this is essentially his victory lap in this battle in the 16, and he will advance on into the grade 8. So again, Matt Kaufman from Central Point, Oregon. So here's JTP, Justin Pollock. Like I said, a little victory lap for him as Vaughn Gittin Jr. unable to fix his vehicle, him and his team. And Justin Pollock getting a little practice with the track. All right, there's Kaufman getting out of the car. He's stoked. He's moving on to the grade 8. Smiles for Miles. Again, it looks like he's checking out the gram. So the grade 8 is shaped. Ryan, we got Piotr Visick versus Alex Hilbrun. Then we got James Dean and Matt Field, and Christos Blush, Ryan Turk, JTP versus Matt Coffin. Speaking of Coffin, Lorette Nickel caught up with the local boy.
Jared, thank you so much. Matt Kaufman, judges said you were slightly better in lead and chase runs. So how do you improve moving forward?
I think just trusting my team, knowing that they're going to make the changes that need to be made, and just keep moving forward and having fun, really.
Matt, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, when we come back, our first battle of the grade 8, Piotr Visick. Can he make it a perfect event? Our #1 qualifier goes against Alex Hilbrun.
And that's what it takes to be a monster.
So he kind of was leading me off. So a little bit of side-by-side contact. We went finished off the run. Obviously, it wasn't the prettiest run after that. But we were given 10 minutes to repair the car. Bent tie rod, some body damage, not the end of the world. The boys realigned it. We went back out. Did my lead run. Just did what I had to do. Nothing stupid. Don't fly off course. Run hard, run strong, hit your marks. We did it. We're moving on.
Well, you're going to face James Dean, and you're looking for redemption from New Jersey. So how do you do that?
Redemption, exactly. I think the only way to do it out here is to put it on their door immediately, right from initiation, and stay there the whole track. That's really all there is to it. Most of these guys out here all have killer lead runs, so it really comes down to the follow. Obviously, lead, strong, hit your marks, do your 100-point qualifying run, but in the follow, it's kind of won or lost right there on zone 1.
Matt, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Matt Field. And I think the star of that interview, I mean, obviously Matt Field, was Jeff Jones and Logan dancing behind Matt Field the whole time.
Yeah, the man you need, man.
He was flossing, and then he did Fortnite celebration dance.
And with that is the one that irritates you the most, right? Flossing.
Well, if anybody that has a kid, my son, or my oldest son, I should say, he turns 12 on the 25th, and I love him dearly. And happy birthday, Parker, if you're watching. Tyson, Parker, Stephanie, I see you soon. But if anybody has a kid in that age of playing Fortnite, they constantly move and dance and do all those silly dances. So flossing, take the L, all the different Fortnite dances, they just do them consistently. Like, who plays Fortnite here, by the way? Can anybody hear me? Is my mic on? Can you hear me out there? Okay. So nobody plays Fortnite here, or are you just afraid to admit it? Alright, I guess they're all card gamers.
Call of Duty.
Alright, so James Dean on the line. Oh, sorry, that is not James Dean. That's Peter Visick. Peter Visick on the start line. Alex Hilbrun warming up his little tires. Alright. Hey, just want to preface here real quick. We debuted the sound wave at what was that? New Jersey. We did the sound wave in New Jersey where you yell weird and it's an audio wave. I want to see if you guys can do it. We're not doing it right now, but I want to see if it works here in Seattle. So get prepared. We will be doing the sound wave here in a little bit. That guy's holding a baby by a foot. You caught a baby. All right, so here we go. Peter Visick and Alex Hilbrun. Peter Visick, our number one qualifier. We're on 15 Falcon tires. 15 from Serbia. He will beat from Poland. He will lead. Shots fired there. And Hilbrun. Great angle from both these guys. Visick and into that second outer zone goes Visick. Look on a consistent distance between him and the two drivers. So Ryan, Visick is just on fire.
Well, you can see how the jump is so important there. The landing angle was pretty similar. The proximity just wasn't there at the level that you would need in the grade 8 for Alex Hilbrun. You can see he's following the line pretty well. He's got good angle on his car, but Peter Visick out front is laying down a solid standard for a lead run, and we all know what he can do in the chase. So Alex Hilbrun has got some work here cut out for him. Peter Visick needs to keep the pressure on. Hilbrun was there in the mix, but he did not surge in attack like we've seen some of the other drivers on outside zone 1 or in some of the more common areas like inside clip 1 and 2.
Right, also the shade, the sun is at our backs of the bleachers, and it's throwing shade, not metaphorically speaking, like the dictionary throwing shade, but literally throwing shade on the exit of the bank. So as they enter into the power house, so visually, they're looking into the sun, right? I mean, because when they go on the bank, they're kind of looking at the sun, looking forward, and then it goes dark. And as they go into the power house, so that could be a factor just visually and seeing what's going on. Because that yellow lines, the yellow lines all across the track are definitely getting deteriorated with more tires. Here we go. Hilbrun out front. Peter Visick will give chase. Hilbrun initiates into the bank. Peter Visick. Oh, Hilbrun! Whoa! How did he get back out there? Wow! No, and Peter Visick did not back down. Peter Visick stayed in it. Hilbrun max angle there, snaps back, and Hilbrun corrects. Oh, boom goes the dynamite. Wow, Hilbrun has taken quite a few hits earlier with Dirk Stratton, now with the wall, and then just gets bumped there with bump trap from Pietro.
Well, let's see the start here, Jared. Starts off pretty dynamic right after Hilbrun hits it. You can see a little bit of opposite trip, but then gets back on and basically the bunker is riding on the wall. Vitek staying in the punch flying everywhere. Through the power alley, Bill Chalmers come through into his first inside flip. And then again, right here as we transition back around, a real snappy transition from Hilgrim, but he does not have enough momentum to keep it moving forward. You can kind of see that starting to manifest in between inside flip 1 and inside flip 2. Here's the contact. You can see the trunk fly up there, but he keeps angling the car after he kind of has a little bit of an opposite drift. So certainly for Hilgrim, he was pushing as hard as he possibly can and trying to get Vitek to make some mistakes in the chase position. But unfortunately here you can see that weird angle that he had to transition in. He wasn't able to hold it, and Vitek runs into him right there, right past that first inside flip. Excuse me, the second inside flip.
All right, so going to the judges. Slalom left for Hilgrim, slalom right for Piotr Vitek. And here we go. And there you go. Piotr Vitek gets the win. Piotr Vitek gets the win. All right, so we're going to catch up with Lorette Nickel. Lorette Nickel, she had some words with a very happy driver, found herself in the grade 8, Ryan Turk.
Ryan Turk had some adversity in New Jersey and had some time to fix it. So can you walk us through what you guys had to work on?
Yeah, so in New Jersey, we were just fighting some power steering issues. I guess it turns out we were overspinning the pump, and what we were told we could rev the pump to, it turns out is not even close to what the actual limitation of it is. So that was, we were fighting through that the entire Thursday all the way to Saturday. And so thankfully we had our mid-season break, and it had about 4 to 5 weeks to go over the entire car. And, the team worked on the engine, in the engine bay and a power steering pump situation, and came up with a solution. And everything's been solid. We wheeled this thing off the trailer, had 4 laps of practice, got it dialed in, and we've been running hard ever since.
And your confidence running high at this track?
Yeah, we're feeling good. Car's easy to drive, and it's competitive trim, and we're not. I thought we were going to be slower in tandem, but we're not. The car is just working really well, so I'm happy with it.
Ryan, thanks.
Thank you.
Start the conversation. Go to formuladee.com for more information. Hover over join the community and join the community. Again, start the conversation with Formula Drift. All right, so again, Drift's Wheels. If you haven't already, you can rent a set of wheels to have a photo of you watching this weekend's event. And we do this every event. So, future events, St. Louis, Texas, and then Orlandale has to FD Drifts. And to win a free set of Drift's Wheels. All right, we are seeing the battle, James Dean, Matt Field. Look at, if James Dean advances on, he goes against his Warehouse Drift teammate. And we saw some amazing battles from New Jersey. And right now, it's Dean versus Field. Field wants to put a stop to that. And he just took out Frederick Hansdall. Field took out Dean Carney. Here we go. All right. So James Dean throws it in. And Field initiates right there. Which finally tires for the back. Both these guys on Falcon tires coming off the pit. Into the power alley. Transition into that second outer zone. James Dean, great degree of angle. Matt Field, good proximity, just not as much angle, but solid chase job there from the Beastern Bay going against the machine.
Matt Field told you what needs to be done, and you can see him right here making an extra effort to do that. Initiates right next to James Dean, keeps the pressure on. So we're going to be watching this next run to see if James can do the same thing. You can see Matt Field holding that line, just drops out for just a split second there, but great job by Matt Dean out front. solid run is what we expect from him. Here's Matfield, just a tiny bit less angle there, but still keeping the pressure on through inside clip one, and then just a tiny bit of separation there. Great job by Matfield, one of the most important parts of this course. As per the judges, the big bang, a lot of points allocated there in qualifying, and of course, a lot of attention being paid there in the head-to-head matchups, and Field executed that near perfectly. So good job by him, and you can see him keep the pressure on with just some minor adjustments that maybe could have been made to make it a near perfect chase run as he falls off a little bit towards the end there. So now it is all up to James Dean. Can he have as good or better a chase run than Matfield? And can Matfield have a lead run like James Dean? We'll find out here on the second half of the battle.
Here we go, Matfield will lead. James Dean will give chase. James Dean launching an attack. Matfield, great angle there. James Dean moving that angle. Look at him. Look at the hands on the wheel. Matfield going down to power. In the power out. Transition from Field. Dean right there. Wow. Oh man, the place is erupting here. Well, James Dean answered back. I mean, just sometimes these runs, when they're so close, you can see the minute differences. Dean dives in right out of the gate. Look at Field nice and high on the bank. But James Dean staying with them. Great job. Just absolutely perfectly executed there. And then through the smoke line, stays with Field through this inside flip, keeps the angle strong. And then one last push here towards the finish line. And he is right there on the back bumper of Matfield. All right, so as we wait, who's advancing on? Here they are side by side.
Take a look at it side by side here. You can see pretty even right now. Maybe a little bit less angle from Field, but Dean super consistent, as well as Field right there just for about a second. Maybe the variable there. And then through the smoke line, Field tucks up on the inside, as does.
Yeah, you can see Field lacking just a little bit of degree.
I think the separation there, is that enough to give James Dean the win? Here, finding out whether or not it's going to be Dean or Field facing Peter Vincent.
Slide left for Field, right for James Dean. Who's getting the win? Who's going against the Polish drivers? His own Woodhouse Drift teammates. Ryan says Dean, Andy and Brian say James Dean gets the win. James Dean advances on. And Ryan, like you said, just those little minute details. Great chase job there by Matfield, but in the latter portion of it, just lacking the angle. James Dean delivered on all fronts, especially in that chase position. So now let's go to the other side of the bracket, already in the final four. Peter Visick and James Dean. On this side, Christos Blush versus Ryan Turk. So you saw Lorette have some words with Ryan Turk. He's going against, it's always Christos Blush. Blush, definitely an aggressive driver. You know, he's no holds barred, so Blush is going to come uncorrect. Here you can see this winning percentage. These guys have seen battle against each other 2 times. But Ryan Turk winning both of those battles. So Christoph qualifying high, qualifying number 2. So he had a bye run, then he went against Cameron Moore, and now here he's going against Ryan Turk. Ryan Turk went through Farouk Kawai, then just recently Dario Shihara after one more time battle. And now here he's going against Blush. And the last battle of the Grade 8, Justin Pollock versus Matt Kaufman. Coincidentally, both those guys, obviously the Mustang with a Ford engine, but Matt Kaufman with a Ford V8. All right, here we go. Christos Blush, Ryan Turk, initiated into the bank. Wow, you can see the banners just flapping in the wind as Christos goes by. You can see Christos a good degree of angle. Ryan Turk keeps proximity, not mimicking the angle that Christos is creating in a transition. This guy's ripping all sort of extraterrestrial noises coming from these vehicles that Mass Motorsports view in the future. The anti-lap firing off.
Well, you can see Turk actually initiated earlier than Kristaps, and he had to make an adjustment there. See how the judges take that into consideration, but he's able to keep a good fight here against Blues, tucking through that smoke line after the power alley and right before that inside flip one, and then keeping it in tow with Kristaps. A little bit of trouble on initiation there for Ryan Turk, initiated early and then had to make that staggered angle reduction. And now we will swap positions here as Blues trying to build off of his win in Atlanta in a tougher event in New Jersey. And now back at it here at round 5 on the downside of the season as we make our way to the finals with just 3 rounds left to go after this, Jared. And championship points and lots of podiums still to be had, but we are inching our way towards the end of the season.
Yeah, you're seeing James Dean and Pieter, and you talked about Pieter. He's a serious threat for a championship. We saw him get there in Irwindale, but right now it's all about Ryan Turk and Kristaps Blush, who is also a contender in the championship. Ryan Turk and the Gum Out Toyota Racing Toyota 86 on Nexen tires, and then the Achilles tires underneath Kristaps Blush. Ryan Turk, the only Nexen tire hope here, but Kristaps Blush, Matt Kaufman, they're representing Achilles. Here we go. Ryan Turk out front. Kristaps Blush in the chase position. Turk initiates. Looks like Blush a little higher on the bank. Now Ryan Turk works his way out. Blush now dropping down into the power ollie. Past the touch and go in that second outer zone. Turk looking a lot more comfortable getting that clean air. Oh, and Blush centers that clip.
Weird finish there for Blush, and was expecting him to kind of be in the fight a little bit more from the onset there. And maybe this will neutralize that initiation mistake that Turk made. You can see that Blush is in decent proximity, not really pushing the pace, and Turk out front hits that outside zone. Nice and tight here on this inside clip. Now watch Blush as he comes through the smoke line. He's just not lined up properly, and he actually hits it on the other side of the vehicle. Here's run number 1. Watch Turk on his initiation right there. Has a little bit of a funky setup, but he made it look pretty decent. And you can see this bit of separation as Turk now starts to close the door. Now we're coming off the bank. Nice job right there by Blush through that touch and go. And Turk keeps the pressure on. We didn't see that from Blush. And then we saw the mistake from Blush right there in the chase position, getting on the inside of that cone.
Wow, so getting that Black Magic clip there, and let's go to the judges. Results are in. Slide them left for Ryan Turk, right for Kristaps Blush. And Kristaps, who qualified second, can he take out? No, Ryan Turk gets the win. Ryan Turk gets the victory, taking out Kristaps Blush. And Lantain, it was unanimous, but just want to wrap out with you again. Kristaps, very, very strong, but that chase job there definitely threw it off.
Yeah, he definitely made a mistake at inside clip 2. He dropped 2 tires there and hit that inside clip actually on the inside of the driver's side of the car. So he went off quite a bit there. And in terms of the outside zone 1, I don't think he quite had the chase, you know, that. What are you talking over? Sorry about that, guys. And overall, I think that Turk did a better job, clearly, in the leading chase position. I had 3 voices in my head at the same time. Sorry.
I always have 3 voices in my head at all times, even without it.
Plus your own.
Plus my
voices,
own voice, yeah. Sorry to throw you off, Ryan. I thought you were a professional. Come on.
Clearly not.
Oh, man. As Justin Pollock, Matt Kaufman, the final battle of the Great 8. The best part of when you made that face, I was conversing with our control. That was on camera too. All right, so JTP, Matt Kaufman, like I said, both these guys Ford powered. All right, so we're looking at Pieter Visick, James Dean on one side, and now Ryan Turk will go against the winner of this battle, Justin Pollock in that Falcon Tire Roush Performance Ford Mustang, Matt Kaufman, Achilles Tire Thunderbolt Racing Fuel S13, and Kaufman maybe give himself too much room here. Can he catch up? You can see him foregoing some angle, gaining some ground. As Pollock on the bank, you see some wavering there from Kaufman. Now throwing it into the power alley. Pollock with a good amount of angle. He's using all of that wall, then beelining towards that apex. Pretty good job by both drivers.
So Jared, last battle in the Great 8, as you said, Pollock, that same initiation style that he's had, putting him in good position here, nice and high on the bank, just with that right tire below the top line there as Kaufman tries to push the pressure coming off the bank through the power alley. As we see Pollock get out to that second outer zone and draw that nice smooth line through those last two inside clips as Kaufman just falls back for a second there. So who's it going to be going into the Final Four to face Ryan Turk, as we already have Peter Disick and James Dean, teammates going against each other in the first half of the Final Four.
All right, so Matt Kaufman will lead. Justin Pollock will give chase. Ryan Turk qualifying 7th. JTP qualifying 3rd. Matt Kaufman qualifying 22nd. Just looking at the 3rd place constellation bracket, because obviously we don't have the 3rd place battle anymore. 3rd place winner gets denoted. And looks like cone got knocked, but lights did it, so it didn't get out of place as Kaufman initiates. A big gap here, surprisingly, from Justin Pollock. And look at that, Kaufman, real dominant right now, but look at Justin Pollock. He's down, but not out. Knocks over that Black Magic clip. And around that final clipping point and finish line.
Let's take a look at this again here. As we see Kaufman establishing this gap here, Pollock now closing up the rear end. But watch this, Jared. You may have not seen it because of the shade, but Kaufman really deep into this zone goes way off course there and goes way far beyond that touch and go. And that allows Pollock to close the door after outside zone 2 and inside clip 1. So I'm sure we're going to ISO that off, but that was definitely off course there for Kaufman, and the shade certainly made it look different from our vantage point initially, but even with all the the tire markings on the course, you can clearly see that he had gone off course quite a way. This is from the tower cam. Watch right here, see, he's way off there, way back, but you're going to see it from the other angle. And that allowed Justin Pollock to close the door on the second half of the course. Follow the line here. You can see he's at least 3 off there, so quite a ways off for Kaufman.
Yeah, that line is definitely just getting more and more deteriorated. Right past that touch and go.
Here's the line here, Jared. You can see that wheel, that left wheel is off.
If we had our telestrator, we could have done that, showed you.
Yeah.
So return the telestrator, you thief. Yeah, right. That's really going to motivate him. All right, so we are awaiting the outcome here between Justin Pollock and Matt Kaufman. All right, slide him left for Kaufman, slide him right for Pollock, Ryan, Andy, and Brian. And Ryan says, Justin Pollock, and as do the other judges. JTP gets the win. Unfortunately, Matt Kaufman from here in the PNW, Central Point, Oregon, is knocked out. So our final four is set. Here's an interesting stat I was just told by the staff. They said ever since FD, we haven't had 5 different winners over 5 different events. Last time we had 4 was back in 2009, but we've never had 5 events with 5 different winners. So 2 drivers that definitely want to get back on top of the box. James Dean, he did get a win in New Jersey most recently. Peter Visick hasn't had a win since last year. And Turk, need to pull up those stats. But Lorette Nickel caught up with the Wordhouse Drift team.
Well, these two are battling against each other, and guys, so who wins? Who takes the win?
You know, every time we battle, whether it's in Europe or in America, we're just, as soon as we have the chance to battle each other, it's just all smiles, and win or lose, it's going to be good.
All right, Peter, you're looking for redemption from New Jersey, so are you going to do that here in Seattle?
I'm not looking for any redemption. I'm just here to good time, you know, and especially now when I can face my body, you know, it's like it will be simply a pleasure. So whoever win, gonna celebrate a bit more than the other, because we both gonna definitely celebrate this weekend. It's brilliant. So we're hoping to face each other. We do. So I can say that the goal is achieved. So thank you for that, James. It's a great feeling.
Okay, you guys are the best. Good luck to both of you. Guys, back to you.
Awesome.
All right, well, there you have it, the Wordhouse Drift team, guys. And being fed some stats here. Ryan Turk hasn't won an event since 2015, so it's been quite some time. And then again, JTP looking 2012. So Justin Pollock hasn't won since 2012. So
本当にコンマ何点の各セクターの少しずつのその合計点さあうわ 95.93 2番手です2番手でも 95.93
Short break, and we'll continue with our final four here at the AutoZone Throwdown, presented by Rain Round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship.
Go! さあどうやら斉藤大吾エンジン不調はバルブが曲がっているという情報が入っていて、パワーは半分450馬力しかないコルベット。いやーもっとひどくなってる。それでもやるそれでもやる。さあそれでもできてる。今いった。いや無理くりエンジンを回してバルブが曲がった状態でもその半分のパワーでも煙を出しながらこれが半分なら本来の走りはどんなことになってんだこの車。ここまでやっぱりダメ。いやーこの完璧にデビュー戦ということになりました今回のコルベット Z6 GT3。いい状態で走り切ることはできずにこのまま追走進出ならずですね。いやー非常にもう本当に調子いい状態でぜひ出てきてほしいし、そうですよね、はい、本来の走りねできた時本来のパワーを発揮したその車を本当に見てみたいですよね、はい、今回は残念でした。ずっとトラブル続き全くいい状態での走りは見ることができませんでした。さあというと、またここ1台消えていくということになりますと本当にトップ8分かりませんよ。
今映ってますよ。どこかなこれは、はい、
スタンド席、ね、
スタンドどこかな。
スタンド席映っておりますね。はい。映
ってるよ。
はい。喜んでますね本当に。いいよそんな喜ばなくて。
映ってる俺だみたいな。
そうそう。
俺
気持ちはわかるね。さあセットされましたよ。
それでは参りましょう。カーナンバー81バイカズヤ。
Ready go。さあバイカズヤ1本目96点台が出ている。これはいいところを狙いそうだというところでグッドギアレーシングオリジンダボ180バイカズヤの2本目。さあバイベスト16残れるかどうか。今最終コーナー試験から立ち上がってくる。スーッとスピードを乗っけてまず角度いいスピードそこからの開始ナンバーズ悪くない。さあどうだ角度つけた状態で旋回できているかどうか1コーナー ここは綺麗に旋回していった。さあとにかく6点台ということであれば、まず良さそうな状態だぞ。さあそこからの回転、そしてエアピン。
Of blue and red, Peter Visick will lead. He qualified first. James Dean qualified fourth.
さあこの辺でバイカズヤが残れるかどうか、どういった得点が出てくるか。まず見てる限りはまず問題ないかなというところだと思います。ちょっと角度浅いところがあったような気もいたしますが、
third place because he's the higher qualifying driver of the other two drivers, which Ryan Turk qualified 7th.
あ、大丈夫だ。それもいい得点だ。97.35。これは決めたでしょう。バイカズヤ。これは決定だ。
You would team orders would be have Peter throw it to James because you've got two worth-house guys on the podium. But that's not how we do it in Jersey. And if you are Frederick Osbo, you are voting for Peter Visick here because he's a little bit further down in the championship chase, and James being knocked out here would keep him.
さあ96点台こういったところを狙ってこのサンバルソーラベテラン上野貴弘上野貴弘どんな走りを見せるか。まだいい角度、そしてスーッと200の開始も OK だ OK だ。さあここもうまくまとめて1頭の旋回角度をつけたまんまスーッとそのまままっすぐ状態加速をこうにしていく。これもきれいに決まった。さあ S 字降りてくる S 字降りてくる。難しいセクター4もインフリップ対処してそして返していく。これはいければこれも良さそうだぞ。さあこのまま踏み込んで今西ラインを越えて上田貴弘飛ぶでしょう。
Good job coming in the power alley. Oh, and James Dean comes back. James goes off course. Gets lost in that Falcon tire smoke.
落としたということはないですよ。見てる限り
Well, it looks like both drivers made it off course in the power alley.
さあ上田貴弘 96.73
nice and high in the paint.
やはりこの得点出してきました。
Matching angle there. A little bit more extreme for Dean. He has big angle there and he has to make his way up. So it does look like both drivers were off course there, and you have to wonder if the shade is playing a role on the visual. Look at that. Oh, wow, that might even be 3
Yeah, both of them really off course.
Both of them really off course, and obviously Peter is the lead driver. He has responsibilities and goals. And you can see here it is. This is the camera we've been using all day. You can see the yellow line there. Peter is riding that front wheel right on that line. Very quick through there. And
そして打ち返してヘアピンに入ってくるところ大きな角度のまま旋回してこれにちょっと修正が入っていくが危ない大丈夫だ。そのまま今フィニッシュでどうでしょう。
Can't fault Dean for following him if he goes off course. It's really the lead driver's responsibility to stay on the track there, and it looked like he might have gone 3 wheels off in that touch and go area.
These guys are attached at the hip, both on course and off course, so it makes sense that James falls over.
Wherever you go, I go with you. We make a joke at the driver's meeting. We say, chase cars, follow the lead car unless they go somewhere dangerous like the wall or something like that. And they laugh at us, but it's important to state.
Yeah. It's like your mom said, if your friend jumped off the bridge, would you?
さあどうでしょうか。 96.47 やはり
Oh, here we go. James Dean will lead. Peter Visick in the chase position. Whoa, look at Peter.
さあでは続いてまいりましょう。カーナンバー84チャールズ。
Guys, it's a dogfight between teammates. Peter Visick going for it. In that chase position,
いい状態で予選に通過。
3 wheels off on that first run would mean he was at a deficit, so he's throwing caution to the wind, or better yet, his car, the door James
がちょっとこの開始がちょっと時間かかったか。さあそして1コーナーの結果は非常に速い速度で今ドリフトで駆け抜けていきました。さあ降りてくる S 字やっていきます。 S 字のこの開始ちょっと時間がかかった。そして返して角度をつけた状態での立ち上がり。さあどうでしょうか。今フィニッシュ。
Just an absolutely incredible job up on the bank by Peter Visick. sec
さあ
to push
ど
the
うい
pressure.
った得点になっ
And
て
James
くるの
holding the
か
line there. You can see the left front wheel is just behind.
96点台
James is hitting the door there. Certainly going
あれば
to
いいの
be
で
some rubby marks, no doubt about that.
それぞれをまんべんなくある程度取れていればいくんですが、1走だ1走だ 97.47! なんと
Alright, so
非常
again,
に走りでなんとチャールズト
so
ップに
James
出
Dean,
ました
Peter Visick, if James wins, Peter's still locked in for that final podium spot. Slide him left for James Dean, the machine. Slide him right for Peter Visick. James Dean, our current points leader,
この後
defending
も小
champion.
橋
Is he
正
going to
則
the
は走る
finals?
ことがで
The
きる
answer is
届け
yes. James
ト
Dean
ライク
gets
シ
the
ャフト
win
破損
unanimously.
なんとここで入力どころが一人脱
Alright,
落
so
という
as
こ
we
とで
have
あと
James
1、
Dean
2、
going in the
3
finals,
人
the
かな
other
あ
side
と
of the
3人って
bracket
ことは
has
5
Ryan
人決
Turk
まった
versus
ってこと
Justin
ですか？
Pollock, with the Roush Performance Pocket Tire Ford Mustang
中田
driver.
哲郎上野木口
JTP, congratulations. I was just asking you about the line out there and kind of crumbling apart. What are you experiencing?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not really paying attention to that touch and go, it's really hard to see. But there is still remnants of it. I mean, we've been running the same laps like all weekend, so you really just got to pay attention to your markers, like coming off the bank, not like staying like too hard on the throttle off the bank and start looking for that touch and go. That's kind of has nice patina on it.
行きましょう。カーナンバー52、北岡祐介。
All right, well, there's Justin warming up his
もう
tires,
一回どっちチェックですか？
はい、
warming up his
どうやら
Falcons,
もう一回
and
今ちょ
you
っと
can see Ryan Turk back there waiting in the wings. So the winner of this goes against James Dean in the finals.
すごい戦
As
い
I
ですね。
said,
これ
Peter
は
Visick
これ本当に
locked in for that final podium spot in third place.
最終的に
And Wordhouse will be having 2 spots on the podium. Will it be first and third, or will it be second and third? Justin Pollock and Ryan Turk. You can see how many times these guys have gone against each other. 13 times total, with JTP winning 8 of those times.
いや
Ryan, we
ー、これはどうなる
got
んで
those
しょ
stats
う。
earlier.
さらにここからは
Ryan
ね
Turk
実
hasn't
力
won since
者が出てきますから
2015, JTP since 2012. So
さあどうやら
quite some time there since these guys have seen the highest podium
行
spot.
きましょう。カーナンバー52、北岡祐介。
Justin Pollock
さあ
will lead.
そ
He
れが分
qualified
かっている
third.
かどうか北岡祐
Ryan
介
Turk
なん
qualified
としてもベスト
seventh.
16に残らなくてはなりません
Camera's getting a
ジモリ
fix.
パーツオフ北岡祐介のこのマシ
Ryan Turk
ン
and his gun
さあ
out
どうでしょう
Toyota
か
Racing.
1本目 96.32 さあ
Toyota
この
E6
2本目は
on
まずちょっと浅めの角度から
If JTP wins, it'll be another Falcon
ちょ
Tire
っと
podium
微妙な
sweep.
ところさあこれをギリギリのとこ来るぞまた
But right
さあ
now,
まずは1コーナーの旋回はまず
Ryan Turk
派
on the
遣の目標体降りてくる降りてくる降りてくるさあ S 字はどうでしょうセクター4はまず
again, this is
そ
the
して
final battle
ヘアピ
to
ンヘ
decide
アピ
who
ンの
goes
旋
to
回
the
ここは
finals
角度をつけ
against
て
James Dean.
もうタイヤを関係なく踏みちぎって使い切ってきた
踏みちぎる。
If you're just tuning in, Jared Dean and Ryan Sage, your tour guides up here in the box, getting some commentary from Ryan Lantain, one of the judges, and the rep Nico giving us some insight, interviewing the drivers down in the grid. Future rounds of Formula Drift competition, St. Louis in just a few weeks, a new venue for us. Gateway Motorsports Park, then we head to Texas Motor Speedway, and then finally, the final round, the House of Drift, Irwindale, California in October. Gosh, I can't believe it. After this round, there's only 3 rounds
行きまし
left.
ょう。カーナンバー
And then
39、
off here, it seemed
17
like the first 3 rounds just jammed on by, but right now, here we are. JTP will lead. Ryan Turk giving chase. Already lighting up those Falcon tires. Goes Justin Pollock. Ryan Turk. Keeping a consistent distance between him and Pollock. Now coming to that power alley, talking about that touch and go. There he goes into it. Down to that second outer zone. Big angle there from Justin Pollock in the lead. Now transition into that final clip. Nice job by Pollock. Looked like Pollock kind of struggling there. You hear kind of growl across that finish line.
Let's see it from the start here, Jared. The same initiation from Pollock. You can see right there Ryan Turk lining up an opportunity. Does a great job to try to get as close as he can with Pollock. Pollock was on that pretty high line there. Now you see Turk closing the door a little bit as he come into that touch and go. Both drivers stay on course. Wrapping through that outside zone at the inside loop as they hit this final transition here. Pollock right there for a second, as you said, unwinding the angle there towards the finish line as Turk closes the door. And now we will switch positions here. Who is going to go to the finals against James Dean? Is it going to be Ryan Turk or Justin Pollock, number 7 and number 3 qualifier respectively? Dean qualifying 4th, and Peter Vincek, as we said, Jared qualifying number 1, putting himself in position for 3rd place.
あと1人野村健決まったはい、斉藤一行が残るかどうかスタンド空いております畑中慎吾かということになってまいります
All right, you can see the cameras getting ready. Like I said, check formulad.com for your local listings on FD on CBS Sports and FD Insider. All right, Ryan Turk will lead. Looked like they took off that back bumper there. And they gum out. Black Magic, Spray 9, Rain-X, all the ITW brands there on Ryan Turk's gum out. Toyota Racing Toyota 86. Where are my Ryan Turk fans at? Make some noise. Where are my JTP fans at? Justin Pollock, make some noise. Where are my drifting fans at? Make some noise! Here we go, Ryan Turk, Justin Pollock. Ryan Turk initiated into the bank. Justin Pollock having to back off. Now Turk working his way up the bank, into the power alley. Quick little touch and go. In that second outer zone, Justin Pollock steps to the side of Turk, wrapping it around. Who's going to the finals, Turk or Pollock?
Well, Justin may have not given himself the best opportunity there on the bank. Very important part of the course. You can see there he loses a little bit of ground to Turk. Now he's starting to catch up here, but Turk gets on the throttle as well, keeps his distance, and he's at a nice high line there. Now coming down off the bank, Justin closes the door a little bit here through the smoke line. Inching after the back turn, and then a little bit more separation here as they run around this last turn. So who is going to the finals? Is it going to be Ryan Turk or Justin Pollock? Great battle here setting up. Whoever wins taking on James Dean.
Pollock got on the box, he got on the podium, didn't get the win, but he was on the podium in New Jersey, our previous event. Again, Falcon Tire podium sweep. And Ryan Turk wants to put a stop to another Falcon Tire podium sweep. So who's going to the final? Slide on the left for Ryan Turk, right for Justin Pollock. Who's going against James Dean, the defending champion and current points leader. Here's our judges' verdict. Ryan says Ryan Turk gets the win unanimously. Ryan Turk gets the win and is going to the finals.
この後ですね、スケジュールを発表しますね。まずコース上は11時30分からカスタムカーミーティングパレードランが行われます。それで1時20分、お昼1時20分から水槽トーナメントがスタートしますので、皆さんぜひその時までにはスタンドの方、見たい場所にお集まりください。で、この後 D1 ステージで表彰式のプレゼントを選ぶイベントなんかもございますので、ぜひ皆さんこの後も今日の
JTP just a bit outside, unfortunately for him, but still hats to him. A real impressive showing for him. So, man, just some awesome driving here, Ryan, and our finals are set. James Dean versus Ryan Turk.
Yeah, it's been an incredible 2 days of drifting here in the Pacific Northwest, one of our favorite tracks, and the drivers have really laid it all on the line here. We've seen some incredible battles, and the show has run pretty smoothly here. We haven't seen too many crazy wrecks.
There you go. There you go. Discussed it. There you discussed it.
Well, last battle of the afternoon.
It's all right. It'll just Chalk it up.
But, certainly this is going to have a huge impact on the championship. James Dean putting himself in a position, win or lose here, to extend his lead over Chris Forsberg and Frederick Osbo. And that'll be a big talking point for a lot of the media afterwards as we figure out where this championship's going to go.
All right, so as we get prepared for our finals, James Dean, Wordhouse Drift Team Falcon Tires S15, Ryan Turk, and his Gumma Toyota Racing Toyota 86 on Nexon Tires. We're getting prepped, so why not throw it down to Lorette Nickel.
Ryan hasn't won since 2015. You are looking for that next win, so how do you do that?
Yeah, I also haven't beat James Dean yet either, so we're in the finals together. No better place to face off, so we're just gonna go out there and do what we've been doing, try to stay consistent on line, speed and angle, and just send it. Hopefully it works out for us. Thank you.
Right on. Cool little interview there. Thank you, Lorette. Good luck to you, Ryan Turk. And, of course, good luck to James Dean. You guys having fun out there in Seattle and around the world? Beautiful weather, great people, awesome drifting, some phenomenal driving. Fans of all ages, man. Seeing a lot of kids out here, which is really awesome. So, when we come back, the finals are set. The AutoZone Throwdown here, presented by Rain-X. It is round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship. When we come back, the finals are set. Send it. So as we get prepared, the sun is setting here, but the party continues. The finals are upon us. Lorette had some words with Ryan Turk, so let's have some words with the machine, James Dean.
James Dean just had an incredible battle with his best friend and teammate, Peter. And you said you're so glad you're not a judge.
I knew he'd made a mistake in the first run when I was chasing. I wasn't very close to the bank. We're close, but not as close as he was to me. When he chased me, it was ridiculous. I was just full throttle. He was there tapping my door, and it doesn't get any crazier than that. Unfortunately, I think he lost it because of dropping wheels in the touch and go, but the two of us were just going hard and having a blast. Like, before we ever went on track, we were just like pointing at each other, laughing at each other, and it's hard to believe we're in Formula Drift battling in the top 4, you know. It's just, driving with this man is just a crazy feeling. He's one of the most aggressive drivers in the world, and in my opinion, he's my favorite chase driver. He is just so aggressive, and to have him as a teammate and a friend, and to have all this fun together is just a dream, so.
And the energy is obvious, and as is the adrenaline. I can see your hands shaking even through your gloves.
Let's try to hold it together.
James, that's amazing. And you said before you went into the final 4 battles, it's so good to finally relax. What did you mean by that?
Mainly because of battling Peter, because, you know, no matter what, one of us, we're going to move on. And that's a result for either one of us. And, you know, when we battle each other, whether it's top 16 or in the finals, it doesn't matter. It's just fun, you can enjoy it, and you always know that one driver is going to move on. So for that as a driver, it just makes you relax, and you know that something good's going to happen no matter what.
And talk about the confidence of battling your teammate and what you had in him.
Can you, sorry, repeat that?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Talk about the confidence that you had with Peter and battling him on the track.
Yeah, you know he's not going to play any games. And to be honest, nobody plays games here anymore. Everyone's full throttle, full commitment. But driving with Peter, you know there's going to be absolutely nothing, and he's going to go absolutely all out. So as a driver, you know you have to like pump yourself up before you leave the line, because if you don't push 110%, you're not going to get the win.
James, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Guys.
Nothing but full throttle. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Shout out to the Dean family. Saw them at Goodwood, Mom and Dad Dean. I know they're cheering on James. And shout out to T-Bone. Tyson Bravo, I love you. I'll see you soon, buddy. And my wife Stephanie watching at home, I love you. See you guys soon. As James Dean, Ryan Turk, are you ready, Seattle? Are you ready, Drifting World? Our defending champion, James Dean, going against Ryan Turk in the finals. All the stats. Ryan Turk hasn't had a victory, hasn't had a win since 2015. He hasn't been on the podium since Long Beach last year. James Dean, just coming off a win in New Jersey. Can he go back to back? You see the stats. 3 battles between them. James Dean, undefeated. Can Ryan Turk get in his way? Is he going to put James Dean and put him to a halt? As Ryan Turk and his gum out, Toyota Racing Toyota 86 on Nexen tires. James Dean, Workhouse Drift Team from Ireland. Like I said, a hiatus after numerous years, comes back last year, dominant fashion, and wins the championship after a multi-year long hiatus. We are ready to send it. Are you ready to send it, Seattle? The battle in Seattle, the AutoZone Throwdown, presented by Rain-X. And we are prepped and ready to send it. James Dean will lead. He qualified 4th compared to Ryan Turk, who qualified 7th. Hashtag FDSEA. All right, we are clear to send. We are ready here. Give me official word. On 3, let's yell send it as loud as possible. They can hear us all across the globe. 1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go. James Dean will lead Workhouse Drift Team, Falcon Tires S15. Ryan Turk chasing him down on the bank, hard to get into formation. James Dean, massive angle there. Ryan Turk, look at the plumes of smoke coming off both of these weapons of mass destruction. Ireland versus USA. Big, nasty transition into that second outer zone. Ryan Turk a little bit hesitant, approaching and chasing down James Dean. Around that final clip goes Dean and Turk. Let them know you're here.
Well, Ryan Turk knew that he was going to have to push it on the bank, and that's what he does right here as well as he possibly can, pushing that vehicle to its limits. You can see Dean, great line on the bank with huge angle, and Turk a little bit lower, tighter line, but still staying within proximity. Now right here, Turk has a little bit of a wonky transition to that outside zone. He's able to pull it off, but Dean out front with this clean line. Now we see what Ryan Turk needs to do in his lead, and we see what areas that James Dean can attack in the chase position. You can see the camera shaking there from everybody stomping their feet, and a great way to kick off the finals here as now we switch things up. Ryan Turk to the lead, and James Dean will chase him down.
All right, so is this it? Are we going to have a winner? Where are my James Dean fans at? Make some noise. Where are my Ryan Turk fans at? Make some noise. Stomp your feet, let them hear you. Still have a packed house here at Evergreen Speedway. Round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship. James Dean just won in New Jersey. Ryan Turk. Again, the stats bear repeating. 3 more rounds left. James Dean comes into this round the points leader. Osbo, Forsberg, Kristoff, JTP, all these guys in contention for the championship. They want Ryan Turk to win. And we are ready to send it. Looks like the camera getting ready. And we are ready to send it. Let's yell send it once again on 3. Looks like the door of James Dean opens up briefly. On 3, yell send it. 1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go. Ryan Turk will lead. Is he going to get in the way of James the Machine Dean? Or is James going to continue his tear? Ryan Turk, big angle there. Bit of a gap between them, but James Dean now gets into formation. Coming into that power alley. Hits the touch and go. Gets in that second outer zone. James Dean chasing him down. One last clip for Glory. Who's the Glory going to lean on? Make some noise, Evergreen. Look at that, the camera's shaking there because the fans here at Evergreen are stomping their feet. Ryan, let's take a look at this again. You're talking about going off course?
Well, Turk does a really good job here at the beginning. Dean, a little bit of separation. Now he's starting to close the door. Turk on this nice high line. Now Dean really pouring the pressure on. Let's watch it. Turk right here, the touch and go. Looks like Dean just may have gone off a tiny bit there in the power alley on that touch and go section, but not enough to make it very noticeable. But he does give himself some separation there. So Turk fighting back a little bit, but is it enough? We saw an incredible lead run by James Dean. Turk came back with a solid one of his own. We saw that little bit of a mistake on the transition by Turk in the power alley on his chase run. And now it's all up to the judges of whether or not we have a victor.
If we have a winner, we'll bring them right here in front of you, right at the Crow's Nest, and then join us at the podium ceremony, the trophy ceremony. We're taking a look side by side here, Ryan.
Yes, there it is, side by side. You can see Turk gets up to Dean a bit earlier. Stays on him, so duration of proximity is a little bit stronger for Turk, but then right there, the line is a bit better for Dean on his chase run. This is where Dean, I think he may have gone off a tiny bit, but Turk also has this little bit of a mistake on his transition up to outside zone 2. Then he misses outside zone 2, and that gives Dean an opportunity out front. And there you see Dean trying to close the door against Turk. So both drivers, a couple little mistakes there and there. Which one was bigger overall? Do we have a victor? Or is it too close to call?
Just waiting on the judge. Shameless plug there. Tag Ryan J. Sage. DJ Ryan Sage, bringing it back. DJ Fine. I'm going to call you DJ Fine. It's fine. How are your beats? They're fine. Make some noise for them. Here's a couple birdies for you. I told you to get your phones out. An international affair. A Pole, an Irishman, and an American walk into a bar, and they get carbon fiber trophies. So you're going to see a magic show, too. See, they did. Woo-wee, Rick. smoke clears, now we can finally talk about who's on the podium here. As they get outside their vehicle. Again, your #1 qualifier. He didn't get the win here today, but he is on the podium because he's your #1 qualifier. 3rd place here at the AutoZone Throwdown presented by Rain-X Round 5 of the Formula Jet Black Magic Pro Championship. 3rd place here in Seattle is Peter Visek. And now the winner here at the Battle in Seattle, the AutoZone Throwdown presented by Rain-X. Round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship. Your winner at Seattle. Did you guys have fun out here? Make some noise! Your winner here in Seattle is James Dean. James Dean gets the win. Gets the win here in Seattle. The AutoZone Throwdown presented by Rain-X. James Dean gets the win in his Wordhouse Drift Team Falcon Tires S15. That means 2nd place. Hasn't been on the podium since Long Beach last year. 2nd place in that gum out Toyota Racing Toyota 86 on Nexon Tires. Ryan Turk. Ryan Turk gets 2nd place here in Seattle. Peter Visek rounds out 3rd. Thank you guys and gals so much for joining us. Lorette Nickel, down to you. Yeah. All right, so unfortunately our audio is not working. Sorry, Lorette. And congratulations, James. But we are not receiving audio from Lorette. I guess the cars thrashed hard, so did Lorette. Thank you. On behalf of the whole staff and team here, join us at the podium ceremony where we'll be presenting the carbon fiber trophies on behalf of all the judges, Brian Egger, Andy Yen, Ryan Montagne, our hardworking Formula Drift staff. Thank you for celebrating 12 years here and 15 years of Formula Drift here in the 2018 season. And again, congratulations, James Dean, Ryan Turk, Peter Visek. And again, thank you, Lorette Nickel, Brian Sage. I'm Jared Deanda. We'll see you online. We'll see you another time. Send it, Seattle.